Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. Y'all, it's Friday, and the only way I know, well, because I had to look at a calendar, my days are truly starting to run together, and I cannot keep up. On this Friday, as always, is our fun Friday, our family Friday, our faithful Friday, our fellowship Friday. So today, again, we're focusing on the fun. Go out, have fun, talk to some people you haven't talked to in a while. At a distance, of course. Just do something fun, and keep it positive. All right. So if you're playing some cards, because I know a lot of people getting a lot of card games now going on within their household. Everybody know a good game of cards can lead to some fights in the end. So just be careful and be mindful of that. That you don't want the negativity, because I read someplace that positive thinking opens up our field of perception, because when we are in a positive state of mind, we are open to new possibilities. Positivity opens the door for us. It's up to us what we're going to do when we get to that door. So, first we have to make the decision to be positive in everything we do. Look for positivity. We're positivity seekers. That's what we do. That's who we are. And that's what we will forever and always be. So, what positive thing are you looking at now? What happened yesterday that didn't seem so positive, but we can look at it today and like, this did happen, but this is what came out of it, You got to look at stuff like that. Being able to take a bad situation and turn it into a positive one that is filled with opportunity and optimism, is when we show that we have control over all our situations. Is when we show that we are truly the rulers of our lives, and we have dominion over our minds and our thoughts. Sometimes we let others get in the way and we get lost in a crowd. Some people say lost in the sauce. But we have to truly find ourselves and find the I within the we. And that was a whole class that I took in college, where it was the social psychology. So it was the study of I in the world of we. And literally, we spent a whole semester on talking about us in relation to people. And in that whole time, that's all I got out of class. Because everything else was the same as a normal sociology class and a normal psychology class. It was just really focusing on how do we take the I in the we and make it work, being a functioning member of society. So, what do? We show that we have more power over ourselves and our mind, and that we can control ourselves. So with that control, you're able to take those negative moments and turn them into positives. You're able to take the recent loss of somebody and see the good, that they're no longer sick. They're no longer hurting. They're no longer suffering. Does it suck that they're not with you anymore? Yes. But the thing is, we can't control it. A lot of times we like to think that we have that type of power, and unfortunately we do not. So why do we let it get to us? Why do we let it get us down? It's things like that you have to be aware of. Also, one thing that you can do is to make sure that you put up blockers. So if you got nagging Nancy and a negativity seeker on your team, time you kick some people out. You remember we talk about that, kicking them out. All right, you just tell them, hey, you know what? Right now in my life, I'm looking for positive-minded people who are going to take me to the next level, people who are going to really set their mind on upward and not downward and not staying stagnant. Okay, because the more we just stay in that stagnant motion, the more we just feel stuck, and we feel like we're not going anywhere, and it's just like we're no longer growing and we're no longer doing anything. Okay, so that's for example, okay, a little mini story here. This ain't fully the story time with Auntie Becky yet. Right? This is just a mini story. So it was a very long time ago. I was 10 years old. again, I've stated before, I'm not a huge fan of roller coasters, but peer pressure, wrong crew if you ask me. I was at Carowinds and with the church, just gonna throw that out there, that even in the church this happens too, peer pressure. So there's this ride called Drop Zone. I don't know if it's still named that to this day, but I'm assuming it is. So they was like, you haven't gotten on a ride yet. I did the water park. Felt like that was a ride. Okay, it was very fun. Had my feet in the water. I was living it up. But I was like, all right, cool. You know what? I'll get on this. I don't like rides, y'all. I really don't. So I agreed to get on this thing despite my will. And the guy, the ride operator or attendant, whatever they call themselves, he goes, he sees I'm nervous. Like I'm practically sweating. Besides the fact that it's 100 degrees outside, I'm sweating bullets because I don't do rides. So this guy, he's like, ma'am, I'm going to tell you the secret, okay? When you hear the click, just breathe and relax. That means it's about to drop. And I was like, man, all right, cool. Listen for the click, and that's when it's going to drop. Gotcha. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, all right, cool. Get on the ride. They fasten me in and everything, not realizing this thing the ground is going to leave my feet. So going up, and I was like, wow, it's a pretty view. I mean, I saw fields and just like the whole area, because y'all know it's the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. And I was just like, man, this is beautiful. And then in that moment, I was growing, right? I was, that's the, analogy for growing. And then I forgot what was going on. So I was like, all I saw was positivity. I was no longer scared or anything. And then I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, man, hold on, that guy told me something. I can't remember what it was. And that's when I heard the click. And it was just like, uh-oh. And it dropped and it did its thing. And I had 10 heart attacks and felt like I died twice. But the thing is, being up there, okay? You're climbing, you're doing your thing, you're being successful in all the businesses that you're doing, you're graduating, you're doing all this stuff, you're making boss moves, right? And then you just feel stuck all of a sudden. Like at the top, pretty view, but you're not happy, you're not satisfied. Everything is just right there because that something in your head is telling you, nah, wait a minute, you forgot something. You ain't did that right. You sure you worth that award? Man, they ain't paying you. All that negativity, all that downplaying, all that, get out my head, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I would have enjoyed that ride if I didn't think about that man saying, let's for the click. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Will I get on it again? Probably not. Okay? Probably not. Each year I try to conquer a different dislike or fear. I don't call them fears really. I call them dislikes because I don't really like them. But then when you get on and you feel it like, oh, wow, I really enjoyed it. Then go back again for Halloween. Yeah, a whole different story time. But the thing is, the more we let people in, we have to be cautious, okay? We have to be cautious. Even my air freshener agrees. But with being cautious, that doesn't mean you can't have fun, okay? So definitely pick somebody who ride on your team that's love to have fun. They like to seek fun. They like to seek positivity. They like to seek adventure, okay? Because those things definitely help you out in the long run. I don't know how many people you see, CEOs, company owners, and all those other people, business starters. They don't just sit in the house all day, y'all. I know that's what we have to do now. But you have a backyard, you have a patio, you have a deck, you have a deck, you have a balcony, right? You have nature around you. You can do things. We just chose to stay inside. I'm just saying. You can get in your car and drive. You don't have to stop anywhere. You can just drive. But they do things. They're adventurous. They go and they seek nature and they seek answers in other things than just people. All right? So I'm not telling you to quit your spades game tonight or anything like that. I'm just telling you, seek some more fun, all right? Seek more adventure. Maybe it's climbing a mountain. If you into that, I think about it. If the view is nice and, It's not one of those steep hikes, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been hiking in a minute, so I'm not as young as I used to be. But the thing is, on this Fun Friday, make sure that you're protecting yourself, your values, your beliefs, and your norms, as well as those around you, because it's very important that you don't let anyone in that's going to bring you down, all right? So on this Friday, y'all have fun. Turn up for me. Let the turn up be real. Go out within reason. Not like go out, but go and do something. Go plant a flower, plant a tree, talk to birds. I don't know. But just get a breath of fresh air today. All right. As always, y'all know the only way I operate is all love, no hate, because that's the only way I operate. My name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning. I will see you all tomorrow morning.